Hey guys, what's up? Back for another video. Just came back from the New Jersey Collectors Convention down at Cherry Hill. I do a video every time I come back from one. Another haul, as it were. Didn't spend that much this time. I mean, I at least say I spent over $100 today. Some Transformers I've had before, some I've never had before. Got myself a new Megazord, got at least one game, and some Power Ranger parts that I have in fact been looking for. I'll at least kick this off with the one and only game. Stellar Dex? It's D-U-E-S. The Gate of Eternity. Made by Atlas. It's mostly the main reason I picked this game up. Manual's complete. Not in the greatest shape. I don't even think anyone could tell. But I'm going to get it resurfaced. Guy wanted $20 for it. I said if he'd do 15. Well, actually, I asked him what was the best he'd do. He said 17, and I said 15. So, but from the same guy, I've been looking for specific Transformers that I've either used to have or really wanted, and I'm kind of big in the Beast Wars right now with the new what is it, Masterpiece Primal coming out. He had a 100% complete original Rhinox. He has everything: his gun, his sword, chainsaw blade, and the maces that attach to it. He had 12 on it. I offered him 8. He took it. It was fine. He had another one in the bin for 14, so I think I got the better end of that deal. This is actually the first thing I picked up. It's not complete. It's missing its guns, which don't really bother me none. Mostly for the fact that this is kind of a hard-to-find Megazord. That is the SPD SWAT Megazord. And you try and find this anywhere, he will be missing something. Whether it's the guns or the wings are broken off, his head could be missing, or honestly the electronics could not work. The electronics in this guy do in fact work. And I can live without the guns. They're like maybe yay long and they're black. Adding this will complete my SPD set. This was the last guy I needed for SPD, and for $20 when this complete will usually sell for around the $40 to $50 range, and I had it in my mind that he wanted $50 for this. I kind of iffy on people nowadays, because I usually ask him. I think he wanted $100 for a box Saba, which even I think's a little overpriced for me. Maybe not for someone else. This one I've actually really been wanting for quite a while. It's not the best figure in the world, bar none. I mean, he has like one good arm, literally one good arm, and that is Transformers Energon Shock Blast. Yes, it's Shockwave. They didn't have the license for it at the time. I've wanted this figure just because I love the silhouette of this guy. Mind the arm, but I like the colors, I like the character. And when you got a guy like Steve Bloom performing a character, it's just awesome. It's awesome. I looked him over. Everything seems to be good. He has both of his ears. The only thing he doesn't have is the missile, and he was priced at $25. Pretty sure this guy usually is around the $30 to $35 range. Offered him $20. He took it, and I cannot complain with a Shock Blast. Let's see, the next lot, I got all these, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 figures for $30, that's $6 a figure. It's not bad, especially when they're complete. Well, one of them isn't, but I'll show you what I mean. This guy he had it marked at 8, and I buy it from this guy every time he shows up. I was looking for one figure, I couldn't find it, but he had like one of the, I'll show you in a minute, because I got the other version. I picked up GDO Springer. Yes, I have a sword. I have no idea where it goes. Does it go in the knees. Go back here. I don't know where it goes yet, but I've kind of been interested in how this figure looks with Springer colors, not the movie colors. I mean, it has a Springer face, for God's sakes. And honestly, I like that Springer head more than the triple changer that we got a couple years later. Don't get me wrong, I have that figure, but kind of wanted this one. This guy was also 8. He is complete. He was a little in pieces when I grabbed him, but put them together, so he was just added to the package deal, and that is RID Rail Spike. Very happy to actually finally have this guy. He's a lot better than what I thought he is, or was, really. Because he, possibly out of all of them, has possibly the best articulation. I've had a Rapid Run before. I don't have him anymore. He was like the first one of these guys that I got, like when they first came out. I wanted the big train combiner. So now I'm one piece away. Not one piece. I have one piece so far. So I just need Rapid Run and Midnight Express. And what I mean by pieces is the gun was not attached to the train, and the front of it was in my head not too long ago. I probably already said it. Yeah, whatever. But the top crest here was popped off, so I just popped it back on. When I opened him up to transform him, his arms were already popped out, so I had to pop them back in. As you can see, there's a little bit of wear on him, but he still has the Autobot symbol. So I'm happy with Rail Spike. I forgot about what this guy's name is, but he's also part of RID. He's part of the build team. Lift? Is it? I forget. It might be Lift. I don't know. But I kind of needed this guy. I have a near complete construction team from RID. The only thing I was missing was this piece right here. And now that I got it, I am good to go, and I'll possibly sell off the other one. Or I'll compare the two, and I'll sell the other one off. Try and get some of the money back I got out of it. But still, I swear it's Lift. I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, yes. Then we have a animated Soundwave with Laserbeak. Legs are a little loose. I might try and tighten those a little bit, but it's mostly this swinging hinge down here than the leg itself. Never mind, it is the leg itself. Alright, get the glue, or floor polish, whatever you prefer. I've kind of wanted this guy for a while, and the other figure that I was trying to find is his black version he comes with Ratbat. And I know he had it for $8 too. He might have sold him, he might not have sold him. Either way, it's a win-win for me. I finally picked up Soundwave. So that's one more added to the animated list. And the last figure I grabbed out of there is a Beast Wars Dinobot. He was going to price this at $5 because all the figures came out to be about like $35, so he cut $5 off because Rail Spike was $8, Soundwave was $8, Springer was $8. Is it Wedge? Now I'm thinking it's Wedge. It might have been Wedge. Wedge or Lift for him. He wanted Wedge or Lift, whatever the heck his name is. He was like $6. He's going to put $5 on this, so technically I got this guy for free. He's not complete. He is missing the Beast Mask, and I'm fine with that, to be perfectly honest. I don't like the Beast Masks. I really like the robot heads underneath. But this does not remind me of the Dinobot that I had when I was little. I haven't had a Dinobot in quite a long time, but to finally have a original Dinobot back, I'm happy. The paint scheme on these things never really looked alright. There was a boxed black Arachnia, the Japanese one, for $20 in the dealer room. I was really contemplating that, but I spent enough. And the last two stuff is a baggie of parts and an axe. Where? From Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, I finally got myself the titanium laser, is what they call it, I think. It has some wear to it. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to lock it in for gun mode, and it's a little stiff. But I've kind of been out looking for this for quite a while. And there we go. Just because this is like one of the cooler weapons that came out after the Zordon era. And this does not have a Japanese counterpart. This is purely American. He wanted 30 for it, and I love him. He's a good guy. I go to him all the time to ask him if he has parts or whatnot. As you can see, it's not really the mintiest, but I'm fine. I paid. He had 30 on it. He actually said, I'll do 20 on it. I was like, okay, I can do that. Handed him the money, and he said he had brought parts. And I'm always on the lookout for Megazord parts. And he pulled through. I had to pay a little bit more than what I'm usually like to pay for this stuff, so bear with me. Let's see. This is what I got everything in this bag for about 30, and that's what I mean. I don't really like to pay that much because unless I really want to finish the Megazord that I have, and in this case, some of these parts are going to lead to that. So, first off, I got these swords for the Toro Zord. These are actually the good ones where they will combine. Now my Toro Zord just needs the little guy on the inside, and he will be complete. Also, we got the trunk for the Mastodon, which is not actually cheap at all. This trunk will usually send you back $10. So, saving money, right? And then I got both of the stabilizers for the Turbo Rescue Megazord, which is actually, I think the reason they made these was for the Turbo Megazord, not the Turbo Rescue. It's kind of on a debate, like, why they had these. Because supposedly the Turbo Megazord doesn't really stand well compared to the Rescue Zords, but mine stands up just fine, and I'm going to put these behind my Turbo Rescue. And even the stoppers, I think like maybe you could get those for like maybe on eBay for like $8 a pop. And then finally I got the shuttle front as well as the shield and gun for the Lightspeed Rescue Max Solar Zord. This is what's going to help me finish the Max Solar Zord that I have. I do not have the mask for the combined form, but now I can at least display mine, because mine didn't have the back, or cockpit as you would call it, or the shield. And the shield itself is very hard to find. It's insane how some of these parts you just lose over time. I've seen plenty of these. I don't see a lot of these. I don't see a lot of the other parts. And for 30, if you think about it, the trunk was like, it's usually a $10 piece on eBay. This might cost you around 7 or 8 on eBay. The back braces also. He had other bits as well. They were the gems for the Quasar Saber. I have a broken Quasar Saber with a sheath. I don't have any of the gems. I took those out because he wanted 50 for everything at first. I said 20. He said 35. I took those out. And it came to like 30. Maybe for $5 I should have just got the gems too. Kind of thinking on that now. But that's really everything I got for this convention. This convention is fun. It is fun. I have one complaint. I have a complaint about this. And it doesn't have to do with the people running it. The people running it are great. It has to do with the people coming. I don't like strollers. And I understand. Oh, I'm introducing my kids to my hobby. Don't do it when they're 1 or 2 years old. But find a babysitter. I understand you bringing a 5-year-old to a convention. I can understand you bringing a 4-year-old to a convention. Don't bring a toddler. They don't know. All right. Because what? There was 2 big strollers and 2 small strollers. 4 strollers. Everyone digging in bins, and you just leave your kid to the side, and he's like, oh yeah. I have no problem with kids. I have a problem with people who don't understand. Get a babysitter. Well, it's going to cost me money. Well, you can either go to the convention with your kids and having the same. Sorry. So, excuse me, sorry. There's a lot of that too. There's a small deal around people. Oh boy, but that's pretty much it. I got the one game. I got a bunch of Power Ranger stuff that I'm happy with. I got a bunch of Transformers that I have in fact been looking for, especially the Beast Wars stuff. That's top notch right there. So guys, look forward to the next flea market find whenever I can get around to it. Weather in April in Philadelphia is a little odd. It could rain one week, it could rain couldn't rain the other week, you know? Next after. That's it guys, I'll see you around.